Alrighty, everybody. It's the D-Pad. I'm Rick.
And I'm Peter.
And this is Pokémon Brilliant Diamond. John ran away. He was so afraid of my cute little guy in his winter coat and hat.
Yep.
He was too afraid, so he ran off.
Well, I mean, he was just sweating to death thinking about the coat and hat.
Just the vision of my team and my little dude in his tiny little adorable brown coat
Had him sweating.
made him sweat so much. So I'm a little disappointed in myself on the last face-off. Not in like a terrible way. I think all in all the face-off went okay.
It went, RNG did what RNG does to you.
Yeah, and like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it seems to generally happen to me more than happens to John, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm not sour about it. I'm not like, I got fucking cheated. Because like, there were probably ways I could have saved that, but it was definitely an uphill climb as soon as Natalie got paralyzed. That hugely changed the dynamics of that fight.
Oh, yeah.
Natalie is my cruiser bruiser. Fly in there fast, do heavy damage, look good doing it.
Yep.
And paralysis both made her slower than John's entire team and made me miss a turn. So that was 2 turns knocked out that would have changed the dynamics of that battle. So I think strategically, I'm still sticking with George Dude as my opener.
Okay.
Stealth Rock plus Sturdy mean that I'm guaranteed to get Stealth Rock off every time.
Yes.
So
and Quick Claw means you have a chance of getting some other damage out before
getting a second one in there, yeah. So Pippa also has Stealth Rock, but doesn't have anything that mandates sturdiness. Granted, if I went out there with Pippa and got hit with a fire move, I'd probably survive with neutral damage. Fighting move would be super effective, though, so if he's throwing his starter out, that could be a problem.
Right.
So realistically, George Dude is still the correct answer here. I could see Natalie going in as well with Toxic Spikes, but you really want to get 2 layers of them down in order to make that count. If anything, I was kind of hoping to get a chance to do double layers of spike, because you can put down Stealth Rock and Toxic Spikes. Technically also and regular spikes, I think. They can all be out at the same time.
Oh, really?
And if you get Toxic Spikes down twice, it does toxic.
Right.
It toxifies instead of poisons.
Which is devastating.
Which gets real rough, and especially if there's... Toxic Spikes are beautiful because they give you Toxic, which incentivizes you to switch your Pokemon, but there's Spikes out, so you're taking damage. And, like, Toxic Spikes plus Stealth Rock, for some Pokemon, means upwards of what would that be? 62% damage and then poison damage at the end of their turn.
Sure.
Like, Charizard would take 5/8 of his health bar immediately and to be toxified. I don't have spikes. I don't think that there's a likelihood of getting Toxic Spikes doubled out anyway.
Right.
But that's wild a lot to think about.
That's a lot of spreading spikes instead of doing other damage. That's relying on tanky boys.
That's the thing.
And redundancy, because he also has spin moves.
Yeah, my team is not that tanky. I think everybody is fully evolved as well. I always double clutch on Roserade, because my brain mixes up Roserade and Roselia, but I think... Oh, you're good too. You're an Alakazam.
Yes.
I keep... Mega Alakazam has screwed up my memory of this. Kadabra has 1 spoon. Alakazam has 2.
And Mega Alakazam has like 5 spoons floating.
So everybody's fully evolved. The linchpin to this next battle is going to be I got to get lucky. Competitive, because John's team is woefully weak to electric attacks.
Yeah. 10 levels on Lucky, and it would be a very different battle.
Yeah. So Lucky being only electric means I have to watch out for ground, which he does have. He does have a bulldoze on somebody. I forget who off the top of my head. He used it in the last battle, but I think that's going to be a big thing. Also, let's take a look at our bag and do some TMs.
Some TMs, TM?
Some TMs, TM. Let's see if we got anything decent here. Steel Wing 70-90. It's okay. The low accuracy and not a huge amount of damage isn't amazing.
Non-100 accuracy is just a no-go.
Yeah.
RNG will give you that 10%.
Yep. Sunny Day is dangerous unless I used it after his starter was dead.
Yes.
Actually, no, he's got 2 fire Pokemon, so I really don't want that either.
No.
So yeah, water and electricity are really the 2 things that'll be the most effective against basically his whole team. Low sweep, 65-100, nobody can learn it. Payback. I'm never...
Natalie is not slow.
Yeah, Natalie is not slow unless paralyzed, so that's not going to be super great. And it's also off-type, too, so that doesn't help as much as it could. U-turn, Thunderbolt, Drain Punch. User's HP is restored by. It's a physical fighting move. Delmar is going to be garbage with that.
Right.
Fly, 2-turn move, not good for face-offs as a result.
Right, because you can prepare for it perfectly.
Yeah, Flamethrower on George Dude is interesting. I don't think it's got a lot of utility against John's team specifically.
Yeah, what would fire really help you with there?
Right, it could be, hypothetically, it could be good against the ice stuff coming up, but I also have rock. That would be good for that, but I also have ground, which is not good for that. So this would not help me out terribly much against John's team. Trick Room, Delmar can learn, but my team is actually reasonably fast, most of them. Bug Buzz, nobody can learn. Brine. If I'm low health, it does double power, which is tempting.
It's if the target is low health.
Oh, sorry, if the target. Yes, that's not as good.
Right. It's less useful because it's like if you get them below half in one hit, then it is useless that it does more damage afterwards.
Yep.
And if it took you more turns than that, you're in a much worse situation than... Although it does help at that point, right? Like if it took you 2 or 3 turns to get them to half, it might make it only a 4-turn KO.
Right, as opposed to... But at that point, if I'm spending that many turns out there in a face-off, I'm in big trouble.
Right. I mean, it has a use case on like a big tanky water boy.
It does. Gyarados has traditionally been fucked up by grass knots a lot.
Yep.
What is his team right now? He's got Gyarados, he's got his Fire Monkey, he's got his Bird, he's got Houndoom, he's got... Does he have a Blastoise right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his egg Pokemon, or whatever, from his boon from the previous win, right?
Yeah. So the biggest problem, quote unquote, with this... Actually, I'm really overthinking this. So like my thought was like, oh man, but he's got his Bird, and this one would be good against the Bird. It's like honestly, Psychic is probably just better overall, even if this does have like this with Stab is gonna be 135. This is gonna be 120 with super effective.
Yeah. So that Psychic is still better there.
Yeah.
The only difference is the Never Miss is like a little bit
which
nice,
is pretty nice, but
he hasn't been running an evasion game.
Yeah, I think I'm going to switch it up for Grass Knot.
Yeah.
It'll make him, I think, more effective against John's water Pokemon. It'll make him less effective against flying, but I think the water Pokemon have been
a bigger problem.
Yeah, a little bit more of a... I want Delmar to be useful. I feel like Delmar goes out to die a lot.
A little bit, yeah.
So I want to see if I can fix that a little bit.
It's interesting that Pippa can learn Shadow Claw.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't think that's going to be super good for us, either for the gym or for John.
Right.
Poison Jab, may poison, 8100. That's not terrible. What does Pete Rose have for poison moves right now? It's physical.
Toxic.
Special attack. Special attack is better by a good clip. Honestly, Dazzling Gleam. With Stab, this will be 120. I think these are going to be kind of comparable, and honestly, the coverage is probably better here anyway.
So with Stab, Poison Jab is 120, and Dazzling Gleam is 80.
Right. But
and Dazzling Gleam is at 123 for special attack, and attack for Poison Jab is 90.
Yeah.
So that's...
I think these are going to be relatively comparable.
Yeah. If anything, there's like a slight edge numerically for Poison Jab.
Yeah.
But coverage is also nice.
I think, yeah, being able to hit Fighting and Dark with that is kind of a nice plus. And Dragon, too, honestly. That's going to be... Guaranteed that's going to be a problem somewhere down the line. They never hesitate to throw a Dragon Trainer or Dragon Leader or Dragon Elite 4 member in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to make sure I'm not ignoring Fairy type. So I'll stick with what I have for now. If at some point we get... I don't think Pete Rose is going to get like a Sludge Bomb kind of move, but those are usually pretty good for swapping in. Skill Swap, exchanges abilities. That's awkward unless I want to fucking memorize all of those. Which I could, but... Honestly, the funniest thing would be if John put Metacham on his team, and then I could skill swap Pure Power.
Yep.
Because then, as we learned, Pure Power will be 2 times, and suddenly Delmar goes from going out to die to going out to kill.
Which would be interesting.
Going out to make die. That fucking accuracy. No. Flash Cannon, yes. 80, 100, special. What? No, I'm trying to... Oh, my God. These menus are, like, just subtle enough that if you're not eyeballing the whole fucking screen at once.
Yep.
All right, 80, 100, special. My special is better than my physical. This one has... So, Surf is just a great move for Empoleon in general.
Right.
Ice Beam is real useful, especially if you can actually manage to freeze.
Yep.
9 to 100. So, this... Actually, though, this is also Stab.
Right.
Is the real thing here.
Dig is a 2-turn move.
Yeah. It's a 2-turn move, and it's not going to be useful for us against the Ice Gym at the very least.
Right.
So, I'm trying to think if there's any of... It is useful against fire Pokemon, but so is water. It's also not useful against Gyarados.
Yeah, I don't know if... I don't know that you have a really good reason to have Dig there.
Biggest... I forget if water resists ground, because that would be my one worry about Blastoise. But also... Yeah, because all of the... Granted, if I'm putting Empoleon out against Blastoise, we're in a weird position anyway. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of... Excuse me, I'm going to get rid of Dig, I think. Because I want to keep Stealth Rock as a backup in case stuff goes that direction. Honestly, Pippa having Stealth Rock is my backup for... Not even if, when John uses Rapid Spin out of Blastoise.
Yeah.
Pluck, 60, 100... No. Recycle. No. Rock Smash is only 40. Rock Tomb, 60, 95. Stealth Rock, Work Up. And that's everything we got right now, actually.
All right.
All right, so we...
Little subtle tweaks.
Thing one is we got to get Lucky... Whoops. We got to get Lucky leveled up.
Yeah.
That's absolutely paramount here. Because if Lucky is not at least to, like, the mid-40s by the time we're in that battle, he's going to be useless. Let's go and have our little chat with Rowan, who I don't know if this is going to come out before or after I mentioned this in Arceus, but it didn't occur to me until we sat down at this table in John's game that Commander Hokkaidō is based on Professor Rowan.
They definitely bear a striking resemblance.
So this bothers me. He shouldn't have turned around. He should have still been facing the other direction for this. He's like, all right, I'm out of here. Bye. Oh, okay, he was waiting for Rowan. All right, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, wait, sit down.
No, Rowan said... ...
Yeah, he just kind of looked at him like, come on, man. You may have forgot already, but I studied the evolution of Pokemon. The more I study, the more mysteries appear and multiply. There are some Pokemon that evolve, and others that don't. And I seek to kill the ones that don't. What makes them different? That's the version difference, by the way.
Oh, okay.
In one version, he wants to make more, and the other one, he wants to make the other one less. Do immature ones evolve into ones that are more mature? And what about the silly evolutions?
And what do we make of legendary Pokemon?
Yeah,
do they have babies?
Can they have babies? I'm going to make them have babies.
Most of them are excluded from any egg group, right?
Yes, yeah, they are.
You can't even ditto them into making another?
Nope. In fact, it was a big deal when Manaphy, as a pseudo-legendary, could have an egg, and in fact, it is the only way to get Fion.
Right.
It only comes from a Manaphy egg, and Fion, I believe, does not evolve into Manaphy either. It's very confusing.
Very much so.
All right. I like his little briefcase. Who was it that bought from the lab before I had a chance to give them one? I love that he's just like, but we're going to forget about that. I'm not going to give you one.
That's water under the Canalave Bridge.
Right? Like, not to mention we're not giving him one either. He's like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You know what? You're not going to be good at this anyway.
Yeah. You're going to get rescued, but we're sending you there as meat. All right? I made all of you go regardless. I would have made all of you go. I have the power of video games.
By the power of plot.
Yeah.
You must go.
So let them investigate the lakes individually. Don't you go to Lake Verity? Will do. Jam, I want you to investigate Lake Acuity.
Go freeze.
Almost to Snow Point City. Yeah, John didn't run into the rival anywhere in the city. So I don't know what happened there.
Gated behind the guards who are blocking the lake.
I guess so, yeah. I think I'm going to go from the other direction. I'm going to go from the north, probably.
Ah, it's the Kaboom.
Bakoom!
It's evolved over 200 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Now
It's become a kaboom now. All of you unharmed? Let's go outside, but be careful. I'm concerned about the city. Oh no, someone cracked the sky. Beware of aftershocks.
That's a thing that happens for earthquakes.
Yeah, they don't have any in this, but it's still a good thing to watch out for.
It'd be interesting if they had made a couple of trigger points that just shake the screen for a second.
That'd be great. Just a little something to add to the atmosphere. Hey, old dude and kids, something big just happened. They're saying there's a huge explosion at Lake Valor. Kaboom! Like that. Bye.
I'm just running and telling everybody.
Yeah, right?
Hey, random person. There was an explosion.
Oh. That jam can't sit still. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I don't know how much money I would have. Probably 5 cents.
Probably.
Can't stress, don't get in over your head. If the water's deep, don't swim in it. You'll be okay, won't you, Ringo? Cool. All right, well, why don't we fly on down to Veilstone Town.
Alrighty.
And we will we'll head on into Lake Valor next time.
Next time.
Ba-boom!